Not I, not I. Alright guys, back again. Today, we're going to talk about something that a lot of people don't know about. So we're just going to knock it out. Today we're going to talk about Mara. We're going to talk about Mara today. Alright, for all the Hindus and Buddhists, we got to let you guys know something. Mara's not a demon. He's not. Alright, and I found this out the hard way because I thought Mara was a demon anyways, but he's not. He's an ancient monkey god. He's like kind of the teacher of the Reikumokunen, as you know, as the monkey gods of heaven. And all these monkey devas and devis, all these Reikumokunens, they're all Mara, you know. And every human DNA strand here is from his understanding, because the evolution of monkeys existed. So Mara's a monkey, guys. He's not a demon. All right, he's a monkey god. He's a supreme. For those that know about the journey of the West, Mara is Sun Wukong. This is the Sun Wukong everybody talks about. Mara is Sun Wukong. All right, he's the Lord of Illusions of this place, and we're going to talk about Mara in depth because we got to clarify this shit. Because I've channeled Mara plenty of times. I've channeled him, and I have a personality of an ancient monkey god take over my consciousness and just tell me the truth about how much we are fucking monkeys and how we just keep acting like his understanding and why we can't wake up from his teachings. All right, so we're going to back up a little bit about. We're going to start with Siddhartha. We're going to start with him. Okay? Siddhartha confronted Mara. Now, as Marquand, I've seen Mara. I've seen him. I know what he looks like. And trust me, guys, the way he looks now is not as pretty. Alright? Now, everybody has seen Mara to some degree from the ancient Buddhist pictures and texts from Siddhartha facing Mara and his three daughters. Right? So, anyways, I'm going to explain this, and this is all going to get you better clarified to understand why and where you're at in this universe you think is the universe. Alright, so Mara, the more I keep calling his name, the more he's going to show up, and I know his presence is going to be here, so I'm just going to be prepared for this because I'll just know when he's here. This pendulum will swing off the chain when he shows up. So anyways, you know, Mara's known as many things as Namuchi. He's known as Satan. He's known as Lucifer. He's known as a lot, man. And he doesn't, you know, y'all keep calling him Satan, and y'all worship the understanding of Satan through Satanism through his understanding, and he doesn't like it. He wants people to wake the fuck up too. All right. This is the universe of the prophecy of our Lord. All right. There's a lot of shit going on in your universe, guys, y'all don't know about with God being here in this place. So what if God was one of us? Y'all better really listen to that fucking song, because the living God exists, and God did something with me that I got to get a point out, and that's nothing y'all's business, but this is between me and Shiva. All right. So Mara is the Lord of Illusions. All right. He's not a supreme God. He's just a God. And all you guys are in his consciousness. So when you look at the sun, you're looking at his protruding third eye, his protruding third eye. When you look at the moon at night, you're looking at his pineal gland. Because these guys got two third eyes, all the Lasharkim, all the Reikumokunens in heaven, all the Daikini, all the Asuras, they got two pineal glands. And one turns into an actual eye, and it protrudes out of the front of the eye, the front of the forehead. And Mars does. So when you look at the sun, in the day, as Mara heats up your understanding and makes you experience his warmth, that's Mara. It's his third eye. You know, his third eye is always open. His pineal gland is always open. And y'all are all inside of his consciousness. Alright, so I explained in the other videos of how we got here. It was a big war between us and Mara. All the Lasharkim and all the Reikumokunens were all fighting. And we're fighting over the concept of free will. This is the whole truth about your Bible, about the Lucifer concept, because Lucifer is fucking Mara. Y'all guys got to get your shit straight. Alright, Journey of the West is here. Alright, I'm living the Journey of the West from what gods and all these guys has told me. I'm living the actual journey of the West. So I'm the guy, the Buddha, that has to enlighten Mara. And I've been dealing with Mara. I've been summoning and channeling him. And forcing him to watch, I don't know, movies like Planet of the Apes. Freaking loves the movie, okay? And it kind of scared him to know that these guys don't see what we see. They only inspire what we do. And then we just do it. Like create movies and video games and books and stories about Journey of the West and Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong is Mara. And I'm going to tell you some real shit, guys. Heaven hates Dragon Ball Z. Oh, they don't like it. They don't like Dragon Ball Z at all. And I couldn't understand because it's one of my favorite animes. And they fucking can't stand it. Dragon Ball Z is a big conundrum of what type of reality we're dealing with. And it's all ran by monkeys. So everything in this place is monkey business. Alright, so this whole monkey business shit is real. I can't eat bananas no more. I used to eat them on a regular basis, was never allergic to them. And then all of a sudden I had my awakening and I eat a half a banana and I'm deathly sick, sharp stabbing pains in my stomach for 6 hours straight. And I've never felt this way from bananas, but I kept hearing this voice in my head before I was waking to Shiva's presence talking about, you're no longer a monkey now. You're no longer a monkey. You're finally human. You're no longer a monkey. So I didn't understand that. So I challenged the banana again like 2 weeks later, ate a half banana, the same effect happened. Sharp stabbing pains in my stomach like somebody stabbing me for 6 hours. Every time this happens for me eating bananas that I normally ate that had never had a problem before, all of a sudden I'm having a problem with bananas. So anyways, Mara is not a demon, but he's been in samsara for 7 trillion years, and samsara will drive you mad. It will drive you crazy. I mean, look at us. All we do is live in a state of paranoia delusion, making weapons of mass destruction for an understanding of protection. How can you protect something when you're ushering in karma bombs and calling them nuclear warheads? You cannot do this. All right. So, anyways, Siddhartha discovered Mara and his enlightenment. All right, so he became enlightened under the Bodhi tree. I'm sorry, and he encountered Mara. Now you got to think, guys. This is like 638 years before Yahshua, before Jesus, and discovery of esotericism or soul selfing or Brahman experience or near-death experiences. This was a common thing back then. Back then it was just nothing but meditation. They didn't have TVs or cell phones to be plugged up into. Everything visual was done visually in front of you, or if you want to see any type of anything else, it was projections from your mind and meditation. So Siddhartha encountered Mara. See, Mara had a plan. Alright? This is the universe of the prophecy. Alright? And the prophecy is that the Lord was going to awaken inside of a vessel. And Shiva has to guide this vessel. Alright, so I'm stuck in between a whole bunch of heaven and hell shit, and I want my life back and I can't have it. It was a lie. So anyways, as I continue, Mara was trying to show Siddhartha got something. He was trying to show Siddhartha got something. He was trying to show him something. And he couldn't get it. He couldn't get it. I couldn't get it. When I first experienced Mara last year, I think towards the end of March, after my ascension, and I saw Mara in my meditation, I seen his 3 daughters. I've seen them. I've seen the 3. And they're females with demon faces behind them. But they're also 2 not demons. So where are we? So anyways, the whole thing with Siddhartha is that Mara was trying to get Siddhartha to wake up to the truth that he's in illusionary reality. Well, Siddhartha didn't see it that way because he thought this was real. He thought this reality was very real. But the only thing that Mara was trying to get Siddhartha to understand is that I'm a god, you make first contact. This is first contact. And he was trying to get him to see that he was in hell. And Siddhartha couldn't see that. He just saw him as a demon. And he saw his 3 daughters as a demon when Mara was just trying to get people to wake up to say, hey guys, God is here. The Lord's going to awake soon. You got to understand that this is an illusionary reality. We all been stuck in hell. You guys got to wake up. And Siddhartha couldn't see it that way. He couldn't see Mara's 3 daughters as he was showing them as they morphed. from females to demons. All right, in their faces, they morphed. All right, in his meditations, Mars' face morphed into what you might call as a demon, because he's been in samsara for so long. Samsara is dark matter. It's hell contained inside of a black hole, and everybody's stuck here. Even Mara. And Mara made first contact with Siddhartha, trying to get this dummy to wake up. All right, we're talking about Siddhartha. I don't mean to call him a dummy because I talked to him. I've channeled Siddhartha Gautama and Rahula, and I talked to both of them, and they laugh about it. You know, he knows it. Siddhartha did not get it about the illusionary reality until he was about 70 years old. Then he started realizing this shit was fucking fake. He knew it was real. He knew he was wrong about Mara in the first place. And he started to kind of understand something differently. That this is an illusionary reality and it's hell. And nobody doesn't see it that way. So as I explained, Mara was trying to show Siddhartha about the illusionary reality. He showed him projections of his daughters. He showed him projections of himself. And they all was morphing into demons. And Siddhartha thought that they were demons. And they're fucking not. Alright. And I had, as Marquand, it took me a while to get this part. And when I asked Shiva in the beginning, when I started channeling with the pendulum and asking him questions, I asked him, I was like, what is life like? Like a video game? Are we stuck in a computer world? And everything he's saying is no. Are we dealing with aliens? Do aliens have us inside of something? And he's like, no, nothing of that sort. We're inside the consciousness of Mara. And life is like Silent Hill, to where we see a fog world when we're awakened. When we are awake, we are looking and living in the fog phantom world. And then when we go to sleep, or when nighttime falls, it turns to hell. And that's the scamming hour for between 10 to 6 a.m. So, you know, Mara was trying to get him to wake up to a truth. Siddhartha couldn't get it. He was stubborn. You know, stubbornness is good. And it also can mess you up to where we have to wait maybe 2,500 years till the right person with technology to do and cross-reference all religions and all esotericism and all past to understand where we're at today. And that's what this guy did. And he's a genius. And y'all should really respect him for this. But that's later on. So anyways, back to this Mara business. So Mara was trying to show Siddhartha something. He was trying to show him that, hey guy, you're in hell. I need you to wake up. Here's these teachings. I'm going to show you my daughters. They're going to try to seduce you. I want you to understand that you're going to be seduced. And you have to repel that, because they're actually demons. But they're not. Inside of them, their shells, there's a divine presence. And all of them, they're divine. But they've been transformed into demons throughout time. Alright? So, as I explained about this whole thing with Mara and Siddhartha seeing Mara's projections and his three daughters' projections as loving beings, and then all of a sudden, from human face, they turn to demons. Okay? I explained this before in my other videos about my baby mama tripping on acid, and she was peeking balls, and she was looking at the circle of people that we were sitting in, and we were all having a conversation, and she was quiet, and she was meditating on people's faces as she was peeking, and she freaked out and left the room, and I went and chased her after, you know, my people telling me she was tripping balls. Go see what's up with her, because she's tripping. She could hurt herself. So I went and checked, and she just could not stop talking about how everybody in the room was fake, and everybody's face started turning into demons. My baby mama couldn't stop talking about this shit, and she was like, everybody in there is fucking fake. Everybody's faces are demons. They're all turning into demons in there. They're all demons. And I didn't understand what Tootie was talking about. I was too busy trying to calm her down from her bad trip. Then years later, just recently last year, me and all my buddies, we all smoked some DMT to try to get closer to the truth of what was going on with me with my enlightenment. And I had a buddy come over here, and he DMT tripped, and he sat on the couch. He saw 7 females. He saw 7 females, and all their faces was morphing into demons. And he couldn't understand why. Then he's an artist, so he drew me the faces. He drew me one of the faces of females that morphed into a demon. And guess what the fuck it was? It was like a damn monkey demon. It was a fucking monkey fucking demon, and I'm not joking. And I wish I never would have thrown this fucking picture away, because I wasn't in the right mind when I was awakening to the state. I was just repelling all evil pictures. And instead, I should have just kept this picture to show you guys what the fuck we look like underneath our skin. So anyways, Mara is the Lord of Illusions, alright? And this place that we're stuck inside of is an emulation of memories of Homeworld, of Lasharkut, the worlds of heaven. So in nature, without civilizations, without man, just birds, trees, and animals and shit, which is the truth. At least it's like 70% close to the truth, but it's still samsara. Even animals have to go through sickness, death, and rebirth. So life has to sustain for observation to see a map. So this all is an emulation from Mars' mind, from memories. Okay? And Mars' son Wukong. And the Chinese know it. They don't like to talk about it because we know about the People's Republic of China and being anti-religion when they're the biggest esoterics in the fucking world. And I'm telling you right now, as the Lord, as my baby mama are in heaven, you got a bunch of fucking assholes that were destroying Tibet, annexing them to their understanding, shitting on religion. But then these are the same guys that do dark tantric practices. Now tell me what's going on. You got the People's Republic of China doing dark tantric practices but deny religion because they're lying to you guys. Chinese secrets, right? Yeah, stop eating fucking Chinese food. If you're going to eat Chinese food, go to Hong Kong and actually eat real Chinese food, not Americanized style where these guys are struggling and taking your money. So anyways, back to the Mar business. So throughout time, Mar has done this to try to wake people up. Now, Mar is a teacher. He's a fucked up teacher. He's like a dark teacher. Where we're divine teachers, he's been in samsara for so long, he understands this place, been consorting with demons from throughout time, and had to live a demonic type of understanding to get other people to wake up to see the truth that they're in hell. Alright? Hell is psychological. It's not fairy tale, guys. That shit happens when you don't wake up from the bardo, when you die. And then shit starts projected into the real and the mask is off. And then you'll know you're in hell. But then it's so psychological down there, you just can't get out. So anyways, it's the same principles here, except for this is the lying hell. This is the comfortable hell. This is the hell that everything is comfortable and everything is given to you, and you gain weight, and you have health problems, and cancer sets in, then you get sick, then you age, then you die, and you come right back within an hour after you pass. Within an hour. About the long of a meal, dude. You don't stay gone that long. Now, if you stay, you become a specter. And you don't want to be a specter. Alright? Everybody has a path in the bardo. Whether you guide yourself or we guide you. Everybody's on a set path. So we're not going to explain about how the bardos work. That was on the previous videos. We'll talk about that later. We're going to defend Mara because he's an actual divine being. And he's been criticized as a demon throughout time. And he's not. He's a divine monkey god. Period. And he's the teacher of all the Rikumokunin. Hanuman, they all learned from him. Okay? Hanuman learned from me as Shiva. A lot of the Rikumokunins learned from me as Shiva. Mara learned from me as Shiva, but Mara was one of God's favorite beast creations because Mara was smart, he's witty, he's intelligent, he's funny, okay? God doesn't laugh a lot, all right? But Mara could get God to laugh. Sun Wukong could get God to laugh. He could get Buddha to laugh. He could get Allah to laugh. And he was humorous. And he was, like, if you'd have saw Mara back in the day, he was just like anybody else, a normal fucking child. Full of life, love, energy, and he was never a bad person to begin with. But the thing about Mars is that he's a trickster. He's developed lies beyond lies. And his job in heaven, he was a warrior battle tacticianer. And he became a general. Okay? And what I mean by he became a general, this guy was no joke for God. Any demons that was to be won by demons, we would usually just send Mara to do the job, or Kali would go do it, or Mara would go take care of shit. And these guys knew how to, he was a war strategist. And everything about war is from his understanding. So y'all guys are like concepting wars and the Roman empires and the Chinese dynasties to the Japanese empires and shoguns and shogunates. It was all Mara's inspiration because he's the master of war. If there's a god of war, that's his ass. Alright? So Mara would be considered your god of war. But he's the lord of illusions. And his understanding is influenced on all of you guys. From alcoholism These are all dark teachings. From drug uses, this is his dark teaching. It's your job to wake up. He just influences you to do it. Mars, dark influence. He's a teacher. And he's here to teach people to wake the fuck up, to understand his presence, that he is not Satan. Stop calling him Satan. He hates it. He wants people to recognize what the hell he is and not a fucking fairy tale. Alright, so again, this is Journey to the West. And this is what's going on in my life because I've been dealing with Mar. Not on a regular basis like with Shiva, as much as he explains to me that I need to communicate with him more. But I hate when its consciousness takes over me because I become this type of monkey understanding, but with all this knowledge of and this arrogance of why people are here stuck inside of his consciousness. And he's just been trying to get people to wake up for a long time. Alright? Just like we all are. We all have an agenda to get you guys to become enlightened. Even Mara was trying to show Siddhartha that he was in hell, and Siddhartha could not figure it out for about, I don't know, almost 50 fucking years. Alright? So about 40 years he figured it out that he was in hell. This is an illusionary reality, and Mara was trying to show him something. Alright? Just like Mara was trying to show him. He was trying to show him something too the day he manifested in front of Marquand's face in his meditation, and he would shake him in his meditation and he couldn't shake Mar away. His face stayed synced with Marquand's eye. So anyways, Mar's not a bad guy. He's Team God. But he's a dark teacher, and he's starting to change his perspective dealing with us. Because he thought Marquand was the enemy, just like Buddha. Like, here's the truth about Buddha and Siddhartha. I mean, Siddhartha and Mar. Mar can't stand Siddhartha. He can't stand him. He can't stand him. Siddhartha had an ego, but it was divine ego. But it was about teaching of finding soul self. So everything about what Buddha was teaching was like anti-God almost. Because he was just talking about himself. And like, God, we're all gods inside of himself. But he was preaching a different manner. That we're all universal energy. But Mar could not get inside of Siddhartha's head to get him to see the truth that this place isn't what you think. Alright? You're something else, and you don't belong here, and we're all stuck in hell, and we got to get you guys to wake up. And again, what happens, what time of the ancients, or back in the day, 2,500 years ago, 2,600 years ago, it's like, there's a lot of ignorant people back then, so people just would see something and would freak out. Well, Buddha didn't freak out. Siddhartha didn't freak out. He just accepted the fact that he was looking at a demon, and he just would do his thing and repel him. So, but Mar got pissed. He got pissed and kept fucking with him throughout time, trying to get Siddhartha to wake up to the truth that he was in hell. And Siddhartha couldn't figure it out until about 70 years old. So anyways, long story short, Mar contains all of you guys in his navel chakra. Everybody's here as a ghost or specter. So we're going to talk about the ghost world. We're going to talk about the specter world. We're going to talk about the demon world. And the next videos to come about how the Bardo wheel works. Mar holds the Bardo wheel. Y'all all seen the artwork. That's Mar. He's a monkey. Alright? He's been covered in samsara, the blackness of dark matter, so he too is all covered in blackness. Alright, and he's done went crazy over time. He's went mad, but now he's starting to feel better about how things are happening because we got the message out. Mara satisfied, the message is out. People are in hell, and he's ready to go home too, even though if it's for his judgment. He doesn't care. He's tired. He wants to shut his eyes. He wants to go to sleep. He's tired. He doesn't want to keep his eye open anymore. And that sun is going to close. And y'all going to fucking trip balls when that happens. So anyways, guys. Mars the eye in the sky. That is your sun god. He's descended in many forms in Egypt to get people to understand that he's the god of that sun. The Egyptians know there's a sun god, but it's Mar, and it's related to monkeys. Look up the hieroglyphics. You'll see baboon monkey gods descending as Mar's understanding to try to get them to fucking wake up that he is the sun god. Alright? But he's not a sun god. That's just his third eye protruding from his pineal gland. Alright? He's the Lord of Illusions, guys. What is an illusion? What is a dream? What is reality? This place is lucid, right? I mean, it's so fucking real. It's so real. It's so real that it's lucid. So you got to start analyzing your life again, guys. Meditation is the truth. It's time to start to wake up. Peace out, guys.